The next day, Tom continued his search for the final stone. The forest seemed to grow thicker as he walked, and the air became cooler. After some time, he came across a dense patch of thorny bushes. The thorns were sharp, and the bushes were thick, making it difficult to move through. Tom paused and looked carefully. He knew the third stone was hidden somewhere in the middle of the thorns. He could feel his impatience rising. It was hard to see the way forward, and he felt frustrated. But then he remembered the lesson he had learned from the dragon. Bravery wasn't just about fighting monsters. It was also about being patient. Patience meant taking things slowly, being careful, and not rushing through challenges. With this thought in mind, Tom took a deep breath and began to carefully work his way through the thorny bushes. He moved slowly, avoiding the sharp thorns, and taking care not to damage the plants or the animals that lived there. After what felt like hours, Tom finally reached the center of the bushes. There, nestled among the thorns, was the third stone. It was glowing a soft blue, and Tom could feel the calming energy it gave off. He gently picked it up, careful not to hurt himself on the thorns. "This stone will teach you the importance of patience," the owl's voice echoed in his mind. "To truly help others, you must learn to wait for the right moment, to take your time and understand." With the third stone in hand, Tom felt a sense of peace. He had learned the final lesson he needed: patience, bravery, and kindness. Now, he was ready to return to Princess Amira and help her break the spell. Tom made his way back to the clearing, where the owl had told him Princess Amira would be waiting. As he approached, he saw the small bird sitting on the ground. It was Princess Amira, but in the form of a tiny, fragile bird. The magic had changed her, but she was still the same princess inside. Tom knelt beside the bird and placed the 3 glowing stones around her, forming a circle. As the stones touched the ground, a soft light filled the air, and the bird began to glow. Slowly, the bird transformed back into Princess Amira, her bright eyes opening as she looked up at Tom. "Thank you for everything," she said, her voice soft but clear. "You have taught me to be kind, brave, and patient. I am no longer afraid." Princess Amira smiled at Tom, and for the first time, she didn't feel shy. She knew she could now speak freely to the people of the kingdom, and with her newfound confidence, she would help her people in any way she could. Princess Amira stood up, feeling the warmth of the magic surrounding her. She was no longer the small bird she had been just moments ago, but the confident princess who had once walked the halls of the castle with a quiet heart. Tom smiled, watching as the last traces of magic faded. "Thank you, Tom," Princess Amira said, her voice filled with gratitude. "You saved me. You taught me so much about being brave, kind, and patient. Tom smiled back. I was happy to help, Princess. It was your bravery that led you to learn these lessons. Together, they walked back through the forest, the stones glowing softly as they carried them in their hands. The path seemed brighter now, as if the forest itself knew that the spell had been broken. The birds sang louder, and the trees seemed to stretch toward the sky, their branches swaying in the breeze. It felt as though the whole world was celebrating with them. After hours of walking, they finally reached the edge of the forest. The castle was in sight now, its tall towers reaching toward the heavens. The walls that surrounded the castle shimmered in the golden light of the setting sun. Tom and Princess Amira hurried towards the gates, eager to return home. When the castle guards saw the princess and Tom, they ran to open the gates. The king and queen were waiting in the courtyard, their faces filled with worry. As soon as they saw their daughter, they rushed to her side. Princess Amira, you are safe, the queen cried, pulling her daughter into a warm embrace. Amira smiled at her parents, feeling the love and joy of being home again. I'm all right, Mother, and I've learned so much, she said, looking at Tom. I've learned to be brave, kind, and patient. The king nodded proudly. You have returned to us, not only as our daughter, but as someone stronger, someone who can face the world without fear. The queen smiled and turned to Tom. You have done a great service to our kingdom, young man. You brought our daughter back, and you helped her learn what it means to be brave and wise. How can we ever repay you? Tom looked at the king and queen, and then at Princess Amira, who was smiling at him with admiration. You have already given me something more valuable than any reward, Tom said humbly. You've given me the chance to help someone in need. That is all I wanted. The king and queen, though grateful, insisted. You must have a reward for your bravery, the king said. Ask for anything, and it will be yours. Tom thought for a moment, then smiled. I would like to stay here with Princess Amira, he said. I would like to help her rule the kingdom. Princess Amira's eyes sparkled. I would be honored, she said. I could use someone like you by my side. And so, Tom became the royal protector of the kingdom, a trusted advisor to Princess Amira. The king and queen were happy to see their daughter surrounded by such a kind and brave friend. Together, they worked to make the kingdom even more peaceful and prosperous. Under Princess Amira's rule, the kingdom flourished. She had always been gentle, but now her kindness was matched by her bravery. She took on challenges with a calm heart, always looking for ways to help those in need. Whether it was solving disputes between neighbors, helping the farmers with their crops, or ensuring that the children in the kingdom had a chance to learn. Princess Amira's presence made the kingdom a better place. Tom was always by her side. As the royal protector, he made sure that the princess was safe and helped her make wise decisions. His bravery and quick thinking were invaluable, but it was his kindness and patience that made him such a good friend to the princess. Together, they made an incredible team. One day, a messenger came from a neighboring kingdom. "Princess Amira," the messenger said, bowing, "there is a village near our borders that is struggling. The crops have failed, and the people are in need of food and water." Princess Amira stood tall. "We must help them," she said with determination. "Send word to the villagers that we are coming." Tom nodded. "I'll prepare the supplies. We'll bring food and water to them as quickly as we can." The two friends set off on a journey to the village, bringing hope and help to the people there. When they arrived, the villagers were overjoyed. "Thank you, Princess Amira." "Thank you, Tom," they exclaimed. "You have saved us." Amira smiled, remembering the lessons she had learned during her time in the enchanted forest. "Kindness is the key to any problem," she said. "Together, we can always find a solution." Tom helped the villagers set up irrigation for their crops and organized a team to bring food from the castle stores. Slowly but surely, the village began to recover, and the people's spirits were lifted. As the days passed, word of Princess Amira's bravery and kindness spread throughout the land. More villages sent messengers asking for help, and Princess Amira, with Tom at her side, never turned anyone away. Months passed, and the kingdom grew even more peaceful. The people lived happily, knowing that their princess was someone they could count on. She had learned the importance of kindness, bravery, and patience. And now she was sharing those lessons with everyone. To celebrate the success of the kingdom, the king and queen decided to hold a grand celebration. They invited everyone in the kingdom, and even people from the neighboring lands were welcome. There would be music, dancing, and feasting to honor the unity and prosperity of the land. On the day of the celebration, the castle was filled with beautiful decorations. Colorful flowers lined the halls, and tables were stacked high with food. The courtyard was filled with the sounds of laughter and music. Princess Amira stood at the center of it all, surrounded by her friends and loved ones. Tom stood beside her, as always, watching her with pride. She had become the strong and confident leader that the kingdom had always needed. It was clear to everyone that the magic of the enchanted forest had not only broken the spell on Princess Amira, but it also helped her find her true strength. As the night drew to a close, the king and queen raised their glasses in a toast. "To Princess Amira," the king said, "who has shown us all what true bravery and kindness are." The crowd cheered, and Princess Amira smiled, her heart full of joy. "To all of you," she said, "for teaching me how to be brave, how to be kind, and how to be patient. Together, we have built a kingdom that will last for generations." Tom smiled and nodded, knowing that the journey they had shared had made them stronger, and that their work together had only just begun. The years passed, and Princess Amira became known far and wide as a wise and compassionate ruler. She and Tom worked together to build a kingdom where everyone was treated with kindness and respect. The lessons they had learned in the enchanted forest, kindness, bravery, and patience, were not just for them, but for everyone in the kingdom. One evening, as the sun began to set, Princess Amira and Tom stood on the castle balcony, looking out at the peaceful kingdom below. "Do you ever think about the enchanted forest, Tom?" Princess Amira asked. Tom nodded. "I do. It was a difficult journey, but it taught us things that have stayed with us forever." Princess Amira smiled. "Yes, and it was there that I found the courage to speak, the strength to lead, and the wisdom to help others. I think I will never stop learning, and I will always try to be the kind of ruler the people deserve." Tom placed a hand on her shoulder. "And I will always be by your side, Princess. Together, we can continue making this kingdom a place of kindness, bravery, and patience." And with that, they looked out at the kingdom, knowing that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together with the lessons they had learned guiding their way.